Previously on Witcher 3.
The king is dead. Long live the king.
And so it continues.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Now let's go and get the remaining oils that we're missing. So the first oil should be here. Now the thing about these oils is that they only spawn at a certain level. So if you ban at some places and clear them, well, some chests or lootable objects will respawn a certain loot at a certain level when you hit it. So for example, one of them respawns at this spot. And we already been here with Marigold, we looted everything, but there it is, cursed oil. Okay, that was the first one. Now let's get the others. Okay, the next one spawns here. Yeah, we're gonna go there again. There it is. Okay, this chest here, it says that it's lootable, but it should troll us. Yeah, it's empty. There's another one there. Yeah, it's also troll chest, and I'm not gonna check anymore. Okay, so as I said, this superior oil manuscripts or diagrams spawn only at a certain level on these locations. which is a bad game design. They should just make them spawn so when you get them, you got them, and that's that.
That stench.
Okay, the next one should be here. But this is a tricky one, because there is a chest that can spawn many diagrams that you don't have. So let's see if we're gonna be lucky and get the right one. Okay, so this is the chest. Now let's hope that we're gonna get the right one. And no. Okay, so let's go and try to get the last one. And then we're gonna return to this chest. Now to get the last one, the last oil, all you need to do is do this quest. And why I haven't done this? Interesting. So we need to go and do the missing brother quest.
A witcher, and not a second too soon.
Understand you have a contract for me.
Oi, it's my brother Mickle. Been a week now since he took the women of Bellows into the hills.
The women of Bellows?
Bellows were a rich village, till the war passed through. Huts were burned down, larders cleared out, all the menfolk conscripted. Women were left to fend for themselves, without food nor shelter. No one wanted them. Redanians wouldn't let them into Novigrad, so Mickle took them to the old mines. Get them out of the rain at least. And I've not had word from him since.
All right, I'll look for your brother. How will I recognize him?
Shouldn't be hard. He was the only lad in a group of women.
Corpses aren't always in a condition where I can determine the sex.
Corpses? Take it back. They got lost is all. But, if worst comes to worst, well, he had calfskin ankle boots, work of Master Clogs. Told him not to wear him into the hills, he'd only ruin him. But he was so proud of him.
Think I know enough. Thanks.
It matter where the grub's from?
Let's see, where are the kids that we helped? Okay, looks like they're gone.
Faster.
Is it true? Northern women bathe but once every 3 moons?
Takes strength to do something like this. Monster tracks. Blood looks fresh, but where are the bodies? Another victim.
Help me! Ah!
What happened here?
It attacked us. God, I don't know what it were. At least 4 spans high. Tell me, the others are...
They're dead.
Avenge them, Witcher. Kill the beast. Please. I've nothing to pay you with. But Mikkel, the one who brought us here, his brother's got coin, he'll reward you. Look for him at the inn at the crossroads.
Something just woke up. Young specimen. Mother can't be far. digestive juices. Food for its young. Ericus, a venomous one. Eggs will hatch soon. Gotta destroy them.
Now, before you go that way, I would advise you to go this way first. Okay, so these 4 eggs are the only reason we came here. Because we wanna destroy all of them before we fight a boss.
Come on. A shoe bearing Master Clog's mark. All that's left of the body. Putting yourself to the sword, all the better.
Okay, so since we destroyed all the eggs, there won't be any little ones, little insects to help her. So yeah, you're gonna fight only a boss. And if you don't destroy the eggs, then this boss will get some help. Oh my god.
Michael's brother. Proof of what happened.
Nice, black unicorn relic. And superior necrophage oil, and this is why we came here. And also to do the quest. And we got another sword. So many items in this cave. Okay, that's it. Let's go and deliver the quest.
Greetings.
I have bad news. An Eric has killed your brother. If it's any comfort, I avenged him.
Comfort? Of course it's no comfort. And I told Mickle, why are you so eager to help strangers? Sit your arse down, or there'll be misfortune. Well, why are you still standing there? Can't get your fill of others' misfortune?
No, I prefer porridge and gravy like everybody else. Pay me and I'll go buy some.
I'd have paid ye if you brought Mickle back alive.
I'm due a reward. Give me some coin.
A reward? Aye. You're due. Here.
Okay, now let's see if last oil respawned here. Oh, come on, it didn't spawn yet. Okay, let's see. Maybe if I go to some other place and back, this will respawn. Let's try that.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
And now back.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
And... okay, great, this actually works. Nice. So now we have all potions that we need. I wonder if I go somewhere and get back, will this chest spawn something new for me? I gotta try this. Okay, once again.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper. Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. the elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Okay, one more time. And okay, there's nothing here anymore. That's good to know. And now let's go and make these potions. And to make them, we need some materials. Okay, now let's see what do we need for these potions. Okay, so we need the red one. 2 red ones, okay. And the albedo. Okay. Let's see. And we're out of white gull. Okay, we also need seeds. Okay, let's go and get these mats.
The thinking customer will see right away I've got the best deals this side of the pond. Welcome.
What have you got?
Now let's buy these. What about seeds? Oh, he doesn't have them.
so long.
Okay, let's find another alchemist or herbalist.
Got right cabbage last night.
Oh, there he is.
Bubble shoes. It's how the Viking was said. Awfully.
You just...
He has one. Let's see if that one is enough. Yes, it is. Okay, nice. Yeah, let's make the best dimeritium bomb. Okay, so now we are missing only cave troll liver, and for that you actually need to kill a troll.
Take care.
Now let's find some troll to kill it for his liver.
The butcher of Blaviken.
Those sadists ought to change their name now. To Monkey Kingdom.
Order of the hierarch. Whosoever conceals a mage in their home shall burn alongside him.
Okay, there is a troll at one spot in Skellige, and that should be here, above Cave of Dreams.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Please give me liver. And there it is. And ladies and gentlemen, we have all superior oils in this game. Now we are only missing this superior bomb, but don't worry, we're gonna get this one on one quest. Now let's make all decoccations. And by the way, this Doppler decoccation, you can only do this if you kill that Doppler in Novigrad. If you don't, if you choose to be a good guy like I did, then you won't make this potion ever. But maybe we're gonna make this in an expansion, if we get second chance. And yeah, you only have 2 succubus to kill for this decoccation. Okay, so I'm missing some ingredients. Let's see if we can buy them.
Let's go! Now let's see, I need an alchemist.
Blooms are late,
There are very few bees.
Fierce frosts we had this winter. Half the hives on Speaker Rock failed to last.
Leathery leaves, rough to the touch.
L.O.
What do you want?
Got it.
I do.
See ya.
I'd prefer goodbye.
And there we go, we have all decocations, well, almost all. We are missing one because we are punished for being good guys. But we could have that one. We are only missing Doppler decocation. And we have all oils. Now we are only missing one bomb. Remember, the blue grape shot is an item that we got from Witcher that Lambert killed. And there it is. No, where it is. There is the relic grape shot. So we are only missing this bomb. And now let's go and finally get this quest. This is an easy, missable quest because there's only one guy that's easy to miss. And from that guy, you can get the last cards for this quest. Now that guy can be found in Claywitch.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alderfolk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Okay, now this is one of the guys that we saved.
Me savior, greetings to you. So, in for a share?
So long.
And there is another guy that we saved.
Oh, saviors here.
There's no need to play this Gwent, but why
Trade's
not?
good and all, but I'm hankering to play some cards. Gwent specifically.
What?
And to do this quest, all you need to do is
Show
buy
me what you have in
cards from
stock.
this guy. And there it is, quest completed.
So long.
Mum said if I'm good, she'll send me on the train.
Now before we go and talk to Avalach, let's go and kill some high level monsters. So for example, one of them is here.
Let's go!
This monster is one of the monsters I have missed, because he was high level. He's not gonna give us anything special, but he's just a high level monster.
Giddy up. Women will be restless.
Okay, so we have to teleport. Now let's... wait.
A long trek requires a fellowship. Ought to cobble one together.
Okay, so there should be one grave in here, I think.
Not so fast, Roach. Run, Roach. Faster.
Okay, these are the almosters that we missed in Velen and Novigrad. Well, except for the expansion. Now let's go kill all of them in Skellige.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
If only Miss Sven could be a hero like that.
This place could use a sweeping. You even got a broom.
I use it
Need
to
more
sort
time.
What do you... Oh, come now.
What do you say? What do you say? So long.
What's that supposed to mean?
Okay, that's it with this cave.
Serve her who is virgin, mother, and queen.
You and Hjalmar.
Sorry.
You sure fucking showed that icy horse that.
And now I'm gonna give one more try to this griffin. So yeah, let's give him hell.
Hands off on girls.
Mommy said you're a hero.
Ah!
Now that griffin is level 48. It's a very, very high level monster. Okay, now let's see. Okay, let's try and do this. Oops. Oh, nice. Yeah, we can totally do this. Okay, that's it about this place. Now there's one last monster I want to show you. I won't be killing that monster, but I'm just gonna show you its location. The last one is in the starting zone, White Orchard.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Okay, now the last high-level monster appears when you kill these cows. That monster will appear as their protection to kill you, because many people abused these cows and killed them over and over again just for money. So CD Projekt Red developed that monster to defend them, and that's how you get a very high-level monster in this game. But there's also a bug with that monster. If you use some bomb on it, I don't know which one, you can make it level 53. And that will be the highest level monster in this game that you'll see. Or something like that. But yeah. So I'm not gonna kill these cows because they're nice cows. So yeah. That's basically it. And now, let's go and visit Avalach.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
I made a tiny mistake, because I missed one monster. And that one should be somewhere in these woods.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Blooms are lit. There were very few bees.
Fierce frost we have this winter.
Thick, leathery leaves, rough to the touch.
Yeah, there it is.
What? Lost your nerve?
Can I fire up this gas? I can't.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Easy, Roach.
Go, go.
Okay, now finally we're going to Avalach. Yes, I promise.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avalach, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tir na Lial. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alder Folk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
You can learn a great deal.
Yennefer,
when you
this is untrue. It's true.
Help protect Ciri from the Wild Hunt, and the Emperor will grant you amnesty.
I hope we can trust you.
You can.
What of Fringilla?
That I don't know, but I shall take it up with him.
You barely said hello and you're already plotting something.
It's clearly in our nature.
I hear right? You convinced the Emperor to pardon them?
Provided they help us defend Ciri.
Got a hard time believing Emperor'd go in for a deal like that.
If you can't believe it, don't. I don't need you to.
Bit about Frangilla. What was that? Triss told me you couldn't contact her.
Perhaps because she sits in the Emperor's dungeon, chained in Dimeritium. At least that's what Rita implied.
How's Rita know? Barely got out of prison herself.
She spoke to Fringilla before they imprisoned her. Fringilla said that the Emperor had summoned her and she'd explained why after the meeting. No one's heard from her since.
Thought this kind of drama only happened around Radovid.
I don't like it. That was not our deal. When it's all over, I'll need to have a candid discussion with the Emperor. Come, they're all waiting for us.
How are you feeling?
Better, I thank you. If you'd not arrived in time, things might have ended considerably worse. I am your debtor.
Thank Yennefer. It was her idea, her plan. Thought Margarita Loantile would be among the last to get nabbed by witch hunters.
Were it dependent solely on me, of course I would have. But you forget I had my students to consider. I knew the hunters would eventually reach Aretusa. It was but a matter of time. So when I heard Triss was organizing escapes to Kovir, I saw no reason to hesitate. I gathered my novices and we rode here to Novigrad. Sadly, we were caught and thrown in Dayrah before I could contact Triss.
Didn't see any other sorceresses in there with you?
Because they'd already been executed. Burned. Alive. One after the other. The most talented girls in the North. Radovid was saving me for last.
If you're here, what's become of Aretusa?
The day I arrived in Novigrad, I received a message from Birute Ekati. A short, curt note. School overrun by Redanians. The libraries burned. Handful of pupils fled with Nina Vivero, the rest are dead. It is over.
No reaction from the Council? The Conclave?
Do you jest? They asked Radovid to intervene, just after he'd appointed them.
Farewell, Rita.
Why are you looking at me cross-eyed, grey boy?
Whoa! Stop flexing like that, you're making me nervous.
Got a minute?
Of course.
Eridan's located you time and again. How's that work?
When I pass between worlds, I create a kind of shockwave. Anyone properly trained can sense it. That's how Avalok explains it, at any rate. He can do it too.
So you shouldn't actually ever use your power.
It's not like that. The impulse is stronger the longer my voyage. On short hops, the disturbance is practically imperceptible.
Not sure if you've heard, but once it's all over, I'm going to Kovir.
With Triss?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting part of the world. Perhaps you'll get a contract with some rare snow beast. A Barbagazi, or a Vendigo, or an Amarok?
Or maybe I'll finally hang up my swords.
It's that good with her?
Better.
Oh, this was a nice line.
Traveling between worlds. What's it like?
It's nice.
Difficult?
It was at first, but in time it became automatic, like riding a horse.
Bet a lot of mages would love to learn to do it.
I'm certain they would. But Avalok claims they've neither the knowledge nor talent. He spent 4 centuries learning to do it, yet can still only find and pass through pre-existing portals. I go wherever I please, whenever I please.
Once you'd left Yen and me on the Isle of Avalon, what happened to you? What did you do?
I traveled through time, space, different worlds. I saw houses of glass, ran with unicorns at the world's end. Even lived in an undersea kingdom for a time.
Freedom. Always had a taste for it.
I still do.
So why'd you return?
It was too much. I almost drowned in it. When everything is possible, it quickly becomes a lot less alluring.
I should go.
All right, we'll talk later.
And that's why I don't want her to become the Empress, because she loves freedom.
Yes, Geralt?
So,
On it? You'd...
But it...
I know that.
So long, Triss.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop flexing like that. You're making me nervous.
Oh, you make a fine sailor. Till the beauty.
Geralt,
Fair.
Well, what is it?
No need to thank me, Philippa. Always glad to save your ass. You're welcome.
You stood to gain. That is why you saved me.
Way back when, did you really send assassins after Dijkstra?
You believe I... Do you not remember we were once lovers?
Maybe it's just me, but I think you'd consider that in itself to be reason enough. Actually, I've long wondered why you parted. Quarreled even.
You see, Geralt, there are those who keep politics separate from their private lives, and those who do not.
Which one was Dijkstra?
The more boring of the two.
Farewell.
Geralt?
Thanks, Jan. See you later.
Okay, there's no one else left to talk to. Now let's talk to Avalach.
All are present. You were the last to arrive. Might we set sail?
Yes.
Anchors away.
Well, that settles the question of His Imperial Majesty's whereabouts.
does he aim to conquer Skellige? But he knows. Those are my friends.
He wishes to grant you the Isles, with Sintra and the rest of the Empire.
Is that so?
The Emperor will have to help us fight the Hunt. And we've just found Frangilla Vigo.
We must hurry and find the Sunstone. Seems we've plenty to do in Skellige after that.
Fringilla Vigo. We need her here.
Can you teleport me onto Amir's ship?
Not a chance. It's better shielded than the Emperor's alcove.
Though we could try to force our way through.
We need Fringilla in one piece.
Think they know we're here?
Emir's mages? Of course.
If the matter of Fringilla Vigo were resolved, they'd probably just send her over here in a skiff.
It's far from resolved. The Emperor pledged to ensure the Lodge's safety, but...
Fringilla's a pricklier matter. She's his subject, one officially sentenced to death for treason.
You'll need to learn what Emir has planned for her, once we've found a way to toss you over to the Imperial flagship.
I'll get on the Emperor's ship myself.
A plan to swim? With swords on your back? You'll get shot up like a sitting duck before you can say, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Don't panic. He'll find a way. Make your approach by night. You'll stand a better chance then. And once you're on board, show His Imperial Majesty this letter. Hand it to him directly. We should remind him what he promised, and what he'll get in return.
At the moment, we don't even know what the Sunstone is.
It was created so the mountain elves could summon the vessels of the NL. Now it merely serves as a symbol of a lost opportunity to unite the two tribes. Truly? Can all of you be unfamiliar with the story of Gelban and Dillion of the White Fleet?
Tell us, please. I absolutely love elven legends.
Gelban was a sage of the Elder Elves. He fell in love with an Enshe elf, Dillion, yet she spurned him.
That was a jest on Geralt's part.
Too late. It won't hurt any of you to know this. On the day the White Fleet was to set sail, Gelban gave Dillion a gift. The Sunstone. He believed Dillion's heart would soften in time. Once her longing for him burgeoned, she was to use the Sunstone. Though worlds away, he would return for her.
Sounds promising. Let's just hope this Sunstone proves more useful to us than it did to that elf woman.
What I want to know is if we'll be able to use the Sunstone.
You? No. Me? Naturally. With a touch of help from the sorceresses.
Of whom some are below deck vomiting, while others remain unreachable.
The Sunstone's in Skellige? How do we know that?
From legends. Elven ones. It lies where the White Fleet landed centuries ago.
Meaning anywhere on any one of the Isles. Splendid.
Ermion. I'll talk to him.
Know where he is?
I'll ask around the port. Croc's longships are moored there. I'm off.
Good luck. If I disappear again tomorrow, for good this time, like my mother did, I feel like I shouldn't see anyone who is fond of me. At least not until we defeat the Wild Hunt.
We can always drop you back on the Isle of Mist.
Thanks a lot.
Got a minute?
Of course.
I should go.
All right.
This was a nice dialogue between them.
Yes, Geralt?
Margarita any better?
I managed to accelerate tissue regeneration. She's feeling much better. In fact, we must bring Eredin here as soon as possible. Otherwise, I'm afraid these sorceresses of yours will start fighting amongst themselves.
From the look of things, pretty soon Ciri won't need your help anymore.
Nor yours.
True. She'll do whatever she wants, and I'll support her. What about you? Ready to let her live her own life?
I shan't force her to do anything if that's your question.
Charming world you and Elle have got. Could easily fall in love with the place. Tell me, how do you do it? Sit around playing flute, painting rutting unicorns in gorgeous landscapes, building ornately sculpted towers? And then you murder us, without batting an eye, without a hint of guilt. How?
Do you humans feel guilt when you murder Enshe elves? Or dwarves? Or dryads?
We are the same, simply because we both firmly believe others are inferior.
Tell me something more about Caranthir. Know him well?
Know him? I reared him.
Raised, don't you mean?
No, Geralt. I began shaping him long before he was born. For centuries, I brought together pairs of elves manifesting certain abilities, those able to manipulate time and space. He is the result of these efforts. Caranthir, a golden child. Golden child who grew up to be a criminal.
You imprisoned Ciri the first time you met her. Now you protect her while fighting against your own kind. Quite an about-face.
First of all, I did not imprison her. She found me. It was her destiny.
Yeah, sure. Get to the second of all. Why are you helping her?
Because she is a danger. A mortal one. You look at her and see a human, a ward, a daughter even. I look and see the Elder Blood. A power that can destroy the world. A power that must be kept from Eredin's power-addled hands at all costs. Admittedly, our motives differ. Yet in spite of that, we share a goal. So you would be wise to trust me. Or at least try.
So long.
Okay, so we have 3 quests. Well, we have 2 of them that we need to do. So yeah, that's it. And we're gonna do this all in the next episode. So please leave a like if you enjoyed and see you next time. Thank you.